I'm not a fly fisherman by any stretch of the imagination, but my father-in-law and father are. And my father-in-law built this rod. It's a blank that came from Mudhole Customs, and he gave me this as a Christmas present. And then my dad, when he retired from work, he went up to Blue Ridge, Georgia to learn to make fly rods out of bamboo. So my dad made me this fly rod out of bamboo, and they're both very special in their own ways, and just excited to be able to get out and use them.
So what's your goal? What do you think we're going to pull out of here today?
You know, I'm thinking maybe just memories, but you know, it could be more than that. You just never know. So.
All right, hey, I'm John Coley, Lake Martin Voice Realty. And today we're not selling any real estate. We're trying to learn how to fly fish. I know about this much. Brian doesn't know much, but my goal here is to teach Brian a little bit about fly fishing.
Hey John, I'm here. I'm ready to go fly fishing. You ready? What's that look for?
Your rod might be just a tad. You might have just a tad much rod, Brian.
You mean you use different rods and different tackle for fly fishing?
I mean, look, I'm not a man to criticize another man for a good, nice, strong, manly rod and some lead weights. But I think you brought a little bit too much rod.
All right. Well, we'll learn more about what we need to fly fish today. John, tell us a little bit about what we're going to be using, or kind of the difference in conventional fishing versus fly fishing.
All right, I'll try. All right, fly fishing is just, you can fly fish for any species of fish that you can regular fish for. And like conventional tackle, like Brian's so manly brought here, usually you have like a weighted lure and almost weightless line, and so the momentum of the lure is throwing, and your weightless line is going behind you. But with fly fishing, it's a little bit different because you still have the same lure, but this minnow lure right here, this minnow fly, is almost weightless, and the line is weighted in fly fishing, so you use the minimum of the line to cast it. All right, let me see. I can put up some of these other things here. All right, here we have some examples of some flies. Most people, when they think of fly fishing, they think of trout fishing trout fishing. And see, this is a trout fly, so you can see how tiny that is. But really, when here in Alabama, we're fishing for bass and brim and all kind of other stuff. And so we use a lot larger flies. And really, the word fly is a misnomer, because as you can tell, probably that one is supposed to be a frog. That's supposed to be a minnow. I'm not quite sure what a popper is. It just makes noise, I guess. But so it's a little bit fun. It's a little bit of a misnomer to call it fly fishing, because people think, okay, we're casting flies, and that's not really what's happening.
Right. So we're going to go out and learn a lot today about fly fishing. Come join us. Maybe you might get interested. We hopefully can get up with Drew Morgan with East Alabama Fly Fishing soon, and get him to show us all his knowledge as a professional, because I don't know much at all. I've been fly fishing for trout probably 4 or 5 times, only been successful maybe twice. I think John's done a little bit of fly fishing for everything, so I'm going to hopefully learn a lot from John today.
Well, I don't know much. It's not going to take long to teach him, because I don't know much myself. That's the highlight you want. Right there. Just pause a little bit more. Yeah. Good. That distinct is like speed up to a stop. That's what some people say. You know, slowly accelerate, and like if you're hammering a nail.
Right.
Hammer. You don't start at the same speed that you end.
Mm-hmm.
Popping that nail at the very end. You start really slow.
Well, John, good morning of fishing, I guess, because we got to fish. There's a reason they don't call it catching, because not always do you catch. There were 2 fish caught. We will leave that undisclosed. I think we ought to leave it undisclosed as to who caught the